Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be teaching us how to create an action menu with Smart Animate in Figma. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do first is to set up our elements. So I have my element here, or the icons I've created. And mind you, these icons, I took them from an icon pack thanks to the lot icons. So I took them from the lot icon pack. So in case you need this icon pack, just let me know. Comment below my YouTube. Comment below this particular YouTube video so I could share with you. So without further ado, let's dive in. So first of all, you set up your icons. These are my icons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now then the next thing for you to do is to group your icons. So I'm going to group my icons by clicking and dragging. I click and dragging. My icons are selected. Now I'll also want to activate the auto layout feature. So I'm going to press Shift A. Another way to do that is, this is selected, right? You select it again. Another way to do that is to right click. You right click and you click on Add Auto Layout. Okay. Another way also to do that is you select them and you click on this plus icon, and these particular icons are already framed and they are in auto layout. So I would like to rename this particular frame as action menu. So rename yours as action menu. So afterwards, the next thing we're going to be doing right now is to make this particular action menu a component. We're going to make this a component. So we can make this a component in two ways. You can either click on create component, or we're going to use the shortcut, or we're going to left click. So after clicking on that, you click on this or use the shortcut Ctrl-Alt-K. Ctrl-Alt-K will activate. You make this particular frame, auto layout frame, a component. Okay, or you press Ctrl-Alt-K. Ctrl-Alt-K. So Ctrl-K gets our component activated. So we have our component here. And then let's get this started with this. Okay, we have a component here. We have created our component. Now, in order for us to have this animation successful, we are going to have a variant of this particular component that we have created. So we're going to click on the add variant. You see, as soon as we click on the add variant, you see another variant of this particular component was created. Okay, so we have this as default and this as our variant too. But I actually want to make this as our default and this as our let's say active, right? Active component, default component, right? So active action menu, default action menu. So I come right here underneath the current variant and I double click to edit the name. So I'll type in default. Okay, so I type in default. Now notice what happens here, that when I type in default, it says that these properties and values variant of this variant are what are conflicting, because this particular one has a name, has been named as a name property called default also. So we're supposed to, since we have this here, we're supposed to change this, or else there'll be conflict when you're prototyping. So let's edit this one also and make this the active action menu. Okay, so we have active action menu. So we have this as the default, we have this as the active action menu. Oh, beautiful. So the last thing we're going to be doing is to make sure that this default component, this particular one that allows us to cancel, is back to its default state, right? It's back to its default state. How do we do that? I come here, I target the parent of that group, the child of that group, and I take this back to 0 degrees. Taking this back to 0 degrees, click on this, and I change the color back to purple. Then the black fill color here and make them white. Okay, now make them white. After making them white, I am good to go. Okay, so we have this and we have this. We have active and we have default. We have active and we have default. So I think right here we're ready to go into the prototyping. So here we have two tabs. We have design and we have prototype. Design and prototype. So we are going to click on prototype. So on prototype, before we prototype, we would like to try to bring this particular one, this particular art square, we will try to bring it into one, right? Let me show you what I mean. All right, I have this. So I'm going to come here in the auto layout section for the default component. I'm going to pull this right here to up to -32 vertical gap between the items, and I have them this way. How did I do that? Let me come again. I come here, this is the auto layout, right? Then I push up to this point. I come to -32 or -36 is fine. Okay, now since we have that all locked down, I think we're ready for our prototype. So let's go to our prototype, and in our prototype we would like that when we press, or when we have this on click, when we tap this, we want to take this, we want this component, which is the active component, to be activated, right? We want it to be activated. So we don't want it to be activated on click. So I'm going to come here, then I come here, and we want it to be done on click or on tap, right? On click or on tap. So I'm going to click on click, select on click, then afterwards I'm going to go select ease out back. Ease out back. This is the settings, ease out back. Okay, now for this I would like to connect this prototype to this other component. Then I come here to the settings section and I say ease in back. Don't forget, this first one is ease out back, the other one is ease in back, right? Okay, beautiful. Now let's give it a try. Let's see how we have done so far. Okay, all right. So mind you, I want you to take note that before a prototype can work, at least one frame must be existing on your Canva, right? Okay, one frame must be existing or else it will not work. So we're going to select a frame. Let me create a frame just here. Okay, then I have this, and we have this default. So I just press Ctrl C just to copy that default that we have created, select my frame and paste in my frame. Then I want it at this part, then let's drag it down a little. Then we have our frame and we're ready to prototype. So I click on the frame, I select the frame, frame 2, and I come to present. Okay, so fingers crossed. So our prototype is running, it's coming up, it's loading up quickly and fast. Oh, blah. Now we have our what? Our frame. So quickly here, just come to the options here. If your frame, the way you're viewing your frame is not big enough, for you to try out what you have done, you just come here and just to click on fill screen. Okay, I think this is big enough. Now let's try our prototype. You see there's an issue here, right? What's the reason for this issue? I'm going to explain to you. Now let's go back here. Now this is our default action menu, right? This is our action menu, right? This is the default action menu. Now to get this all settled in, or properly settled in, for it to show the other direction, is easy. Just come here, click bottom, select bottom and right, bottom and right for the constraints, bottom and right for the constraints. Now let's go back. You see, amazing, right? Amazing, beautiful. All right, amazing. So guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. I'm sure this video has really helped you, and if it has, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and comment. Thank you very much. Please subscribe.